Yeah, what's going on? This is Loch, Viral Munchies. And go to Munchies part. Of course, this punk ass alarm would go off right now. Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh, everything going on. All right. Viral Munchies. Back in the building. This is Loch, aka Loch 121. That's LOCH 121. Before you do anything, subscribe to my channel. Need that support, need those likes, shares, comments, all that. Definitely subscribe and all those things. You know what I mean? So, um, getting into Snowfall season 1, episode 2, entitled Them Birds Fly, I believe is the name of the episode. Let me make sure. Make Them Birds Fly. Make Them Birds Fly is the name of the episode. So yes, Snowfall season 1, episode 2, Make Them Birds Fly. That's what we're here to talk about today. Hopefully y'all will rock with me. You know what I mean? So let's get into this. And like I said, always follow me at Loch121, LOCH121 everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all that. Check out my links in my description. Check out my music and other videos and music videos. So let's hop into this, man. Snowfall affects John Singleton. Let's go. So Franklin wakes up and he got the money from doing the deal last week with Claudia, I believe is her name. And then you see Ted wake up. He hearing voices of women yelling and like yelling Alejandro and shots, and he seems hungover. So I guess he dreaming about Alejandro killing those girls or that girl or something, or that was actually the event, being the audio from the event. So then you see Oso under the car doing something, looking like he's fixing the car or something. By the way, Franklin looks like Tyler the Creator to me. I don't know if anybody else thinks that, but to me, he looked like Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? So Oso was under the car looking like he's fixing the car, and then you see the Mexican cousins, Pedro and Lucia, pacing around, waiting like under a highway bypass or bridge or something, waiting on their money from Oso. So I love the song they played. It's that it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. So I'm loving the musical choices they've been making on this show. I see that's gonna be an important piece to the puzzle. So Frank he's at the bus stop. Frank is at the bus stop and he sees a guy with a motorcycle pull up. He at the bus stop with his book bag, probably got a gang of money in it, and he sees the guy. He up there looking disgusted, and dude goes in the store. Next, you see Franklin go in the store. He buys the bike, and then he comes out and he got the bike. You know what I'm saying? He bought the bike. And then you see Teddy. He's still looking shitty as ever, looking like he's competing with McNulty from The Wire for most alcoholic loser, self-hating police or some shit. So Al comes in with a damn kilo in his hand, and he explains. Ted explains how they want to switch up houses because that house, which is fly as hell, is not gaudy enough. It ain't crazy enough. So Al asks Ted to take a bump. Like, here, take a bump to get over your hangover, because he's still looking hungover. And he doesn't. Al doesn't want him to come to the meetings at all. They got some buys set up with Avi, or Avi, the Israeli who gives the work to Franklin, and also with Lucia. later on. But Ted, he insists on going, and yeah. So yeah, that's what's going down as far as that. He says we're going, and that's what's up. He's going, I mean. So then we see Oso meet up with Pedro and Lucia, and he has a bag. They ask for the bag, thinking it's the money. It's a picture of Lucia and Pedro with their fathers in the same picture, so he knows their family. And he, so then Pedro pulls a gun on Oso, and Lucia stops him, like, you can't get the money if you kill him. He's like, I could just pump him full of lead, I could just shoot him up. And he'll tell Lucia, like, chill. I think she kind of like him, but whatever. And so she calms it down, and Pedro leaves her with Oso. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how that went down. You know what I mean? Hold up. Hold up. Definitely follow me though at Loch121 LOCH121. Subscribe, like, comment, share. You know what I mean? Do that. So, Ted meets Al in the parking lot, and they're about to go see Ivy. And Ted looks like every cop ever born. Every cop or every snitch, but definitely every cop. And Alejandro is looking like, man, this some bullshit. They get to Ivy's house, or Avy's house, Ivy, I believe, and a dude is yelling. And it's that same guy who got shot in the first episode, who got shot wearing the vest. So Teddy looking all nervous and whatnot, they sitting there, and he asked, you know, what's that noise? And then AV pulls out his gun and he points it at Ted, and he like, what's up, man? You know, what's cracking with you? You acting all nervous. Actually, what he said was, you acting nifty and shifty and nervous. And he tells him to get butt ass naked to see if he got a wire on. Then he's like, everybody get naked. And he makes him show him his ass like half baked. So then the guy who got shot, he comes out, stumbles out the house looking half dead. Ted is like, he got internal bleeding. I'll be like, what are you, a doctor? And this shuts down the deal. And he tells him to, tells Avi and Alejandro to be out, and we'll figure this out later on. So then you see Lucia and Aso go to Aso's gym, where he, I guess, boxes or practices wrestling. And he asks, you know, why would you rob your family? You know what I'm saying? Basically. And she says to buy cocaine, and she offers him the chance to become a part of what they're doing with this cocaine, and says in 2 months that he'll be a hero. Franklin goes to see Ivy to bring Ivy his money. The dude who was injured is still there, yelling and screaming, looking like he's about to die. Ivy agrees to give Frank more coke, but he has to drop that injured guy off at the hospital. So he drops him off, you know what I'm saying, and speeds off in Ivy's Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Alejandro is mad at Teddy for fucking up the deal. And he like, you know, he had Ivy under control, and here you come looking all coppish, and messing up the deal. So, you know what I mean? So he's pissed off, basically. And so Ted pulls out an earring, and he like, stop lying to me. And he accuses Alejandro of killing those girls, or at least that girl. And Al is like, you know, what are you, crazy? And he chills him out, and he tells him, look, unless you come into this meeting clear and calm, don't come, stay away. Alejandro killed the girls, or at least one of them, and shut the other ones up. Franklin goes to get that coke after dropping off the dude, and he asks for more time. Avi says no, And Ivy asks who he sold that coat to, and Franklin says, my fairy godmother. Avi tells him don't kill himself on that bike because then he can't get his money. Message foreshadowing. Franklin goes to see Uncle Jerome and Louis. Jerome is pissed about the deal that Louis was a part of. She still got a black eye from Claudia unless Jerome smacked her up too. I don't think so. He a big dude. Jerome, you know, he's pissed that he got them involved in that deal. Lou like he ain't put a gun to his head, to her head. And Franklin asked Jerome if he could leave that bike that he bought so his mother won't know about him buying it. And then him and Jerome and Lou start arguing. And she like, you know, you got bitches coming to the door. Woo, woo. Jerome like, who you bitch? Gangster style. Franklin's mom pops up. And then Jerome just lies about the bike and says that it's his bike. You know what I'm saying? Aso gets the money from under his car. So now he wasn't fixing his car. I guess I should have known he was doing, but he wasn't fixing his car. And he gives it to Lucia, who is very beautiful. Go out and get me a Latino woman. Lucia and Angie from Power. And Angie been looking real fine this season. I ain't even gonna lie. Hold up, gotta buckle back. Yeah, money, money, money. So yeah, he gives the money up like a simp. Teddy, whose name is Teddy McDonald, I'm sure I said that before. He's looking for a warehouse. I'm thinking it's for the drugs. Later on, I find out he's looking for a warehouse from somebody within 24 hours. He wants to get this warehouse popping. And Franklin goes, hold on, before I get messed up here. Okay, before the situation with Aso giving the money and Teddy, Franklin leaves with his mother after being at Jerome's house. Frank and his mom go to the apartment his mother manages. And she's arguing with the girl who you may know from the Cosby Show and also from Lean on Me, the girl who was like, you don't handle your responsibilities. I love that part of the movie. I always had a crush on her, so yes. But yes, that actress, her name is Miss Perkins in the show. And apparently she was trying to make it where she could say the apartment stank. She had put some chicken milk bone in the vents. And Franklin's mother found it. So then they go outside and the landlord pulls up. It's a white guy. And they start arguing with him. Everybody there at the apartments is pissed. So at this point, what happens is Miss Perkins throws that bottle of the milk bone, the chicken milk bone, at the landlord guy, and it breaks on the window of his car. And Franklin's mother kind of puts him in the car. He drives off. When she threw it, she's like, today is a day of reckoning. And yeah, it's almost like a mini riot. And you see Franklin just looking like, you know, he hates the landlord too. And I see the wheels turning. I think he's gonna buy property. But I also think he's gonna sell some of those same people crack, maybe even Miss Perkins herself. All right. So then later on, Franklin goes home. He's talking to his mother about, you know, he mad she got to deal with these crazy people. And she says that they're not crazy, just desperate. And they got a little talk about Jerome. He leaves his bag by mistake. She brings it in, asks what it is, but then gets sidetracked by a plate. Then she asks what it is again. He lies. And then he says he saw Pops. And she asked if he was all right. And he says, you know, it's tough to say. You know what I mean? So Lucia meets Alejandro and Teddy. And he says Alejandro wonders why Pedro didn't come. You know what I'm saying? He's wondering why Pedro didn't come. So then, you know, if at first it's just Alejandro and Lucia and Aso, and then Teddy walks in. Also, Teddy has a nickname. His name is Reed Thompson. That's his alias, Reed Thompson. So yeah, they do the deal basically. And he's a lot more calmer, still suspect, but calmer now. But Lucia was like, who the fuck are you, the replacement white boy? And, you know, they explain everything, and they, you know, the deal goes good. Ted, aka Reed, says he's going to see Ivy by himself. And Alejandro, like, you know, how is that gonna work out? Aso and Lucia go to like a church, and Lucia got workers who work in the back, busting them down, busting that cocaine down, that yayo, that chichi, get the yayo. So, and he makes all of them get naked and all that. You find out they got 25 kilos, that's 55 pounds roughly of yayo, and they're gonna make 2.1 million. And she got a game plan with payoffs. She got the losses figured out, transpo, concierge, doorman, like she got it popping. She has a network for this cocaine. So Pedro shows up, and you know, he acting like a dick, and they got to do something, and they let Gus also watch the girls, and they leave him. So he's in, you know what I'm saying? Pedro don't really rock with him, but he's in. So Ted goes to see Avi at his crib. Avi is balling. Avi is balling, bro. He is bowling, playing with champagne bottles full of champagne as the pins. Ted walks in, basically says, we're not going to do business with you, Avi. And then Avi says, you know, basically, he's like, I still don't trust you or whatever, but what's up? And he says, you know, he wants to do business with simple and reasonable people. And Avi says he is simple and reasonable, not. And Ted calls him a lunatic, says, you know, you pointed a gun at me, told me to get naked, yada, yada. And basically he asks for an apology. Avi says he's sorry, but he still don't trust him, which is true because he is a federal agent. But yeah. But Ted smooths it over, says, look, let's have a drink and talk. And if we can't do business, we'll part ways. Next, we see Franklin walking, and he sees his sexy neighbor, Mel, who likes him. She's with her friends, and then she walks off with him. And they talking about how he's scared of her pops. And he like, you know, since you got fine, your pops got psycho. And she like, oh, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Then she like, yeah, I know you be slanging weed. And he like, nah. Then she knocks the kilos out the bag and asks, you know, what's that and where you got it from? And he like, go home. He was pissed. So Franklin goes and he picks up his bike from Jerome's house. And then, okay, we go to Pedro and Lucia's father sitting in a living room. I believe his name is Tio Romero or something like that. And so he has a meeting, and he basically says that Max, who got killed by Oso during the robbery, they believe that Pedro told his father. He believes that Max tried to rob the crib with a partner, and the partner killed him. So Pedro put that in the air. They didn't kidnap and killed Max's brother trying to get information. Threw the body right there in the living room in front of everybody, and told everybody, look, I'm looking for this money and I'm killing people until I find it, basically. So then you see Lucia talking to her father for a little bit, asking if she liked the business. Then you see Lucia and Pedro talking about how, you know, he ain't, Pedro's father ain't gonna stop till he find out what's up. And Pedro believes that he'll even kill them if he find out. You know what I'm saying? So apparently he is a beast. So Franklin goes to meet Claudia at the club. He is slipping, he is lacking, bruh. Kilos on the table, just chilling. Bodyguard dude takes a sniff, says it's the real deal. They about to do the deal. Claudia tries to get Franklin to buy some pussy for $2,000, basically for a $2,000 discount. Instead of giving him 32, give him 30,000. Franklin like, no, fuck them hoes. I need that money. Then he asked Claudia for an apology, kind of like how Ted had asked for an apology earlier from Abby. So then you see, then, you know, she like, you showing your age or whatever. And he like, you know, you just basically showing you hard-headed and don't want to, you know, admit you was wrong. Showing you too proud to admit you was wrong. So, and then two dudes walk in looking grimy. Claudia goes to talk to him. One dude is staring Franklin down. One of the other dude is Andrew from The Walking Dead. Andrew, bitch ass. Also, side note, he was on that show, Gangsters, the Gents, and he snuffed the shit out of somebody on that reality show. It's pretty classic reality show moment. I believe he lives in Atlanta, matter of fact. But yeah, he was the prisoner who let zombies in or something because they had killed, Rick killed his friend with the machete. So yeah, I believe that's Andrew is his name. So Andrew's man is staring at Franklin and it just feels bad. I'm already knowing this is a problem. So they leave, boom. Claudia offers him to stay because bitches love the candy man. They do. He like, you know, bump that and he rolls out. So he leaves out. I'm knowing this is a problem. I already know this is a problem. He leave out, hop on this bike. They playing Lovely Day, Lovely Day, Lovely Day, Lovely Day. Boom. Car pull up. It's the dude who was staring. He like, hey, you know, who you with? And Franklin like, nobody. He like, you slow nigga? Shit seemed like a joke, nigga. Nigga, who you with? Then Andrew from The Walking Dead just bow, snuffs him from the other side. Out of nowhere. They whooped it. They whooped Franklin ass. Take the bag. Dude who was staring about to bust him. Andrew tells him, don't waste no bullets. So he doesn't shoot him, but he does like spit on him after they kicked his ass. Because Andrew was like, don't waste no bullets on that bitch ass nigga. We got the bag. We got the bag. That's a dope ass sample. We got the bag, nigga. Don't waste no bullets on that nigga. We got the bag, nigga. So, and he was like, this ain't Mayberry, bitch. This ain't Mayberry, bitch. So the dude with the gun drive off, and to add insult to injury, Andrew takes off on my nigga bike. And they still playing Lovely Day the whole time while he gets his ass whooped. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's the lovely day. Okay, before we get to predictions, we do have a trailer. And we see a couple of things. In the trailer, Frank asked old girl who them niggas was. And she like, why should I tell? Next, you see he asked Jerome and Lou for a gun. Jerome, like, if you take a gun out this crib, you better use it. Next, then you see Franklin and pulls a gun from his waist and he has blood like at the top of his shirt. So I don't know if it's before. I mean, this must be after some events. Then you see Alejandro and Ted buying weapons and they talking about rocket launchers. That's the only way to get rocket launchers and shit. So they're doing some major shit. Yeah, they're making it happen. Lucia is plotting to kill one of the workers to pin it on him. He did the robbery. But then I was like, wouldn't they question who killed him? But then they can set it up, kill somebody and set another dude up as the killer. And then I guess he would look guilty. So, and then you see Frank and two friends break into a crib. Include one of them is the dude Leon, I believe that's his name. So they break into the crib, and then you see them looking around. They got the dude tied up who pulled the gun, and he don't look like he's telling anything. And Leon, Breaking Bad, when they had Crazy 8 are tied up in the basement. All right. So yeah. So yeah, questions and predictions, man. Will Franklin and his friends kill this nigga? I say no. I think it's kind of early for them to be making that step, but if they did, it would be wild. But something definitely bad happens. But I'm like, they gotta get that money. The other option is take dude to Ivy and let them deal with him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, then Ivy probably will be like, you can't handle your bids. So I don't know. But if they leave him alive, if they kill the shooter dude, Andrew from The Walking Dead will be a problem. And if they don't kill him, it's gonna be a problem. So these dudes could be running villains if they don't kill him. Ivy reminds me of a Jewish LA gangster, actually, who was involved in the killing of a house full of dope addicts, with a porn star was involved in it, who may have set his friends up. This is a real story. And the dude in Boogie Nights with the firecrackers was kind of based on him too. So anyway, it was in a movie about that murder. Val Kilmer is in a movie about that murder. It's a famous LA murder where a gangster got like a whole house full of people killed with like sledgehammers or some crazy shit. All right. So Jerome and Lou will get sucked into this. No doubt. Pedro and Lucia remind me of Daenerys and Viserys. And she is going to fuck Aso. I think she likes him. Aso is going to become a boss. Gangs is going to come into play, man. That shooter asks who you with. So I'm assuming that's gang shit. Teddy will do coke. And he's going to get out of control. And he's going to know Al killed those girls. And he's probably going to fall deep into the life. I think that he'll become more believable because he's going to be buck wild probably at some point. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's pretty much everything. I don't know what I would have missed or whatever, but if it is something I missed, I'll catch it on the next go round. I don't think Franklin is quite ready for murder. Leon, on the other hand, might be, but I don't know if he's ready for murder. But he has to get that money, man. It would be a big progression for that third episode, him to be killing people. You know what I'm saying? But also maybe they kill him by mistake. But either way, this is going to be a problem. He's going to have to deal with Andrew from The Walking Dead. Or something. You know what I mean? Avi is crazy. Avi is funny, though. Avi is hilarious. At first, I thought he was hella cartoonish, but Avi actually is hilarious. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, follow me at Loch121. That's LOCH121. Check out my links in my description with my music and my music videos. I definitely, I need that support. It's definitely appreciated. You know what I mean? And I'll be back, man. But yeah, this Snowfall is definitely looking like it's gonna be good. I think it is competing with The Wire, man. We're gonna get into this Contra drug war type shit. We're gonna get into the hood shit, the gang shit. Then we got this Mexican element, the Latino element. Man, look, man. I don't know what to say, man. Show is going down, man. I think that John Singleton definitely has got one that is a great show. So yep, that's what it do. I'm out like that.